I'm Mary Roberts, and I'm standing in front of Frank Lloyd Wright's Gardener's Cottage. The Gardener's Cottage is one of 3 residences that are part of the Martin House estate in Buffalo, New York. We're here today to give you a virtual tour. The Gardener's Cottage, that was designed by Wright in 1908 and completed in 1909, was an addition to the main estate. It is a beautiful home, smaller than any of the other residences on the estate, but it's a great example how Wright could design buildings, both modest and grand. The Gardener's Cottage features its own unique art glass window design, beautifully laid out rooms, open spaces, and it was designed for the gardener. The Martins had such extensive landscape that was designed by Wright that they realized they needed the full-time services of a gardener. So they asked Wright to design a home for the gardener to live on the estate. It's really on a side street to the west, but the rear lot of the Gardener's Cottage is adjacent to the main Martin House estate. The gardener, in effect, could walk into his backyard and be on the grounds of the estate and take care of it. To the rear of the Gardener's Cottage was a prefab greenhouse, not designed by Wright, that the Martins ordered from a company in New Jersey and had built on the back lot. Wright didn't like that design. He wrote to the Martins at least 3 times asking for the design so he could add a little architecture, and Martin finally wrote back and simply said, "We can't afford any more architecture." Wright had his revenge when he drew the plans for the Martin House estate that were first published in Germany, his first major retrospective, the Wasmuth portfolio. He moved the prefab Gardener's Cottage to the property to the north, which is where our contemporary greenhouse is. As you look beyond the rear of the Gardener's Cottage, you see the carriage house connecting to the conservatory and the open-air pergola. A beautiful estate. But here at the Gardener's Cottage, one of the 3 historic spaces on the Martin House that you can rent. It's also part of our Martin House Plus 2-hour tour, so please come visit in the Martin House when you are able to. See the Gardener's Cottage and all that we have to offer.